Alright, guys, welcome to the first episode of, I don't even know what I'm going to call it, but this is going to be an episode where we can practice pronunciation and connected speech, where I'm going to break things down and try and teach you how I say things as a native, how I modify the language. But at the same time, I want to teach you 10 platypus facts. So I want to do this about different things that are Australian. You guys can suggest them. Put them in the comments if you want me to do another one. Let me know what you think. Let's just get into it and tell me what you think. I hope you guys like it. So 10 platypus facts. We'll go through them first and then I'll break them down. 1. The platypus is a type of mammal called a monotreme. 2. Being a monotreme, they lactate milk and lay eggs. 3. They have the bill of a duck, the webbed feet of an otter, and the tail of a beaver. 4. Male platypus have venomous spurs on their hind legs like the fangs of a snake. 5. They close their eyes underwater and use echolocation in their bill to find prey. 6. They eat 20% of their own body weight in food each day, which takes 12 hours. 7. Females lay their eggs at the end of a long burrow that they dig on the bank of a river or pond. 8. The eggs hatch 10 days after they've been laid. 9. When Europeans first encountered platypus, many believed it was a hoax. 10. The platypus is a carnivore and eats worms, insect larvae, freshwater shrimp, and yabbies. Alright, so we're going to go through each one of these sentences, guys. I've got the IPA at the bottom here. That's the correct way to pronounce each of the words in the sentence. It's based on British English, but it's pretty much the same as Australian English. And then the IPA under it is how I actually change the pronunciation of the stuff above here when I speak naturally, at a natural rate. So everything in the red here is how I would actually modify the sentence above that is pronounced as this top IPA sentence. So let's go through all the different words here. The platypus. Firstly, down the bottom here, and I'm still getting used to using this silly stick thing, you'll see a small R sort of shape that's just there that I just made. And then next to that is a schwa. So how does that change the actual sound of platypus? So platypus, the T here, because it's got a vowel on one side and a vowel on the other side, actually becomes a T flap, and that is that small R symbol. So it sounds like platypus. Then this Y actually turns into a schwa. So that sounds more like an platypus. So that's platypus. Then we link the end of platypus to the word is, because is starts with a vowel here, the I, and this sounds like platypuses. You don't say it as platypuses as much in connected speech, and again, that vowel turns into a schwa. So it sounds like platypuses. Then we join the S to the A, so platypuses or platypuses, type of mammal called a monotreme. So platypuses, type of, and this links to of, the P in type, and we say typa. So we actually get rid of the F there because after the F is the consonant M. So if of, the word of is followed by a consonant, often we just say the vowel in it, which in this case is turned into a schwa. So it sounds like typer. The platypus is a typer. The platypus is a typer mammal. There you're going to hear that L at the end of mammal become a dark L, mammal, and that is more the sound of a W. So the main way that we're actually making that sound is that our lips are moving the same way when we make the L, mammal, but when we make the dark L, our tongue stays flat and doesn't touch the top of our mouth. So it sounds like mammal. And the dark L symbol is an L with a little stroke through it like that. And it's the same thing here in cold. We have another dark L sound there. So instead of saying mammal cold, I say mammal cold. Mammal cold. So we use the dark L in English when there is a vowel before it. So in the case of mammal, there's an A before the L. So we say mammal. And then in cold, if I say the L properly, there's also that A sound before the L's. And so we can say cold, cold. So the platypus is a type of mammal cold. And then we can link it, call the D to the A before monotreme, colder or colder, colder. The platypus is a type of mammal called monotreme. Monotreme. And the only thing that we change in monotreme is that this O, again, is a vowel that becomes a schwa. The sound doesn't need to be really well pronounced. Monotreme, we don't really need to say that. We can just say monotreme, monotreme. So that's slide 1.